I get it, shopping for a bed these days feels like stepping into a showroom where every model looks like the perfect sleep solution, only to end up on your floor feeling like you've bought a fancy piece of furniture you'll never really use. You scroll through glossy photos of adjustable bases that promise hospital-grade support and zero-gravity bliss. But when the box arrives, the mechanisms feel stiff, the app glitches, and the whole thing takes up more room than you bargained for. That hesitation is why I'm taking a deep dive into the Nectar Ultra Full Adjustable Base paired with the 15-inch hybrid mattress, so you can decide whether it's a genuine upgrade or just another pretty-looking promise. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the category itself, adjustable bases with integrated mattresses, has exploded because people want more than a static sleeping surface. The idea is simple. Tilt your head up to read, lower your feet for circulation, and get a firmer feel where you need it without buying two separate pieces of equipment. In practice, the biggest pain point is how those features actually work day to day. Do the motors whisper or shout? Does the remote feel intuitive, or does it require a mini tutorial each night? And most importantly, does the mattress stay cool when you're lying in a half-raised position for a Netflix binge? The Nectar combo tackles those questions head-on. The base offers independent head and foot incline, so my partner can have the feet slightly elevated for leg swelling while I keep my head up to read. The control is split between a sleek remote and a companion app that syncs over Wi-Fi. I was skeptical about app reliability, but after a quick firmware update, the sliders moved fluidly, and the remote, though tiny, had clearly labeled buttons for the 3 preset massage modes. Those massage settings are a nice touch for anyone who winds down after a long day. A gentle pulsation on the lower back actually helped ease the stiffness I usually feel after a night of sitting at a desk. Cooling is another claim that gets tossed around a lot in marketing copy. Nectar says the hybrid version has 4 times more cooling than their classic model, which translates into a cover that feels breathable and a gel-infused foam layer that disperses heat. In my real-world test, I slept on the full-size mattress for a week, rotating between a 70-degree head-up position and a flat lay. On the warmer nights, the surface stayed noticeably cooler than my old spring mattress, and there was no soggy, sweaty feeling when I woke up after a 2-hour nap in a semi-reclined pose. That cooling upgrade seems to be more than just a marketing buzzword. Pressure relief is where the hybrid construction shines. The mattress layers 3 more inches of contouring memory foam compared to Nectar's standard offering, which they claim delivers 4 times more pressure relief. When I lay on my side with the head raised, the memory foam hugged my shoulders and hips without the sink-in feeling that some all-foam beds have. For anyone with chronic shoulder or hip pain, that extra contour can make a tangible difference. The Innerspring coils underneath provide that subtle bounce you want when you sit up to read, so you don't feel like you're stuck in a soft pancake. Now, the strengths are clear: independent adjustments, a responsive app, a decent cooling system, solid pressure relief, and built-in massage. The zero-clearance frame is also worth noting. Because the base sits flush against the wall, you don't need to worry about extra clearance for the mechanics, which saves a couple of inches in a small bedroom. That design also means the unit is more stable, no wobbling when you shift positions. But there are trade-offs that matter once the box is opened. The base is heavier than a standard platform, so moving it up the stairs or into a second bedroom is a workout. The motors, while quiet most of the night, emit a soft hum during the first few minutes after you adjust the incline. It's not a deal breaker, but if you're a light sleeper, you might want to give it a minute to settle before you close your eyes. The app, despite being handy, does require a stable Wi-Fi connection. I experienced a brief lag when my router rebooted and the remote had to take over. That's not a huge issue, but it's something to keep in mind if you're not comfortable juggling both control methods. Another point that often trips up buyers is the price versus the trial experience. Nectar offers a 365-night home trial, which is generous, yet the product only has 10 ratings on Amazon, hovering at 4.3 stars. That low review count means you're relying more on the brand's reputation than a broad community consensus. If you're a bargain hunter, the upfront cost can feel steep, especially when you compare it to buying a separate adjustable base and a budget mattress. However, the convenience of getting everything in one package, especially the integrated massage and cooling upgrades, does offset the price for many users who value a seamless setup. Who should consider this combo? If